Why does Capri have such an aphrodisiac effect on visitors? Affairs on Capri director Paul Whiffin here. The way I plan to answer this all-important question is with 4K aerial shots, and in this video I'm showing you the best raw footage that I already have in the can. One should always put one's best foot forward, so here is one of my finest and hairiest launches to reveal one of the key locations in Affairs on Capri, the Casa Malaparte. I am also able to extract extremely high-resolution photographs from the 4K footage, like the one used for the poster earlier, and this shot from a position right up against the cliffs that no human nor helicopter could ever safely take. This is the house that Curzio Malaparte built. Mussolini's key apologist for fascist literature was allowed to build this as a reward for supporting Il Duce's pet writers, and the futuristic house is a recurring character in the series. Another of Capri's signature sites, the Il Faraglione Rocks, that's the stack in English, seen here from Gracie Field's Canzone del Mare Hotel Beach Club, another key location in the film, are breathtaking from the island's footpaths, but by filming from the 4K drone, I can take you much closer than most tourists get to view them. In this footage, you also get a sense of one of Capri's other key romantic aspects, the late afternoon golden hour sunlight leading into some of the most spectacular sunsets you could ever wish to see. I shot this on my final day at the Capri Hollywood Film Festival over last New Year, and so I just kept shooting until the light was completely gone. The golden tinge really brings out the beauty of not just the natural scenery, as in the rocks and cliffs of the island, as we see here, but also the local architecture, whose colours seem hand-picked to reflect and amplify the cinematographer's palette when filming normally, but even more so from the air. So now I spin the drone around a few times just so that we have various different pans. If any of these pans are too fast, we can always slow it down in post, and you see the golden sunset there. And so at this point I have turned the drone around and I'm lining it up in the next few seconds to point at Gracie Fields' hotel and the other buildings, which, as we noted earlier, the colours that they've been painted seem absolutely perfect for picking up this rich golden tone in the golden hour of the day. So now we're going to start heading towards that hotel. Behind it you can see Capri town, and in the distance is Monte Solaro, the highest point on the island, and it's where Greene's villa is located, just to the other side of it, and also some of the most expensive hotels, like the one that Orson Welles stays in the very first episode. So we're just seeing now, and obviously we wouldn't use this much aerial footage in the episode, we'd just use enough to make it, establish our filming point. So there's Monte Solaro, and I think I held there, yes, unfaded. As Greene often remarked to his visitors, the sunsets seem to go on forever, and their final few minutes are often perhaps the most beautiful of all. Even on one of the shortest days of the year, I was able to keep shooting Monte Solaro, the mountain of the sun, after its namesake had completely disappeared. The last few moments of the footage, with the mountain silhouetted against the final fading colours of the sunset, I find to be the most spectacular. But generally, everything in Capri is spectacular, and particularly in this final golden hour of the day, as you can see from this footage. There is another beautiful location in the series, Antibes, where Greene conducts an earlier affair seen in flashback. I've already shot this footage during this year's Cannes Film Festival, with Jon Paul Gates playing Graham Greene and Nicola Melissan playing his second mistress, Yvonne Cloetta. As this is all set to voiceover in the episode, which covers the beginning of their affair, they do speak when they get to Capri. This is the footage which can be used to illustrate the flashback. Please note that much of the footage does not look as if it is shot from a drone, and that is much faster to shoot pans and crane shots with a drone. So that concludes the 4K aerial footage, which I have already acquired to use in the series, but I anticipate using a good deal more like this last with the actors in, as it increases the production values. I hope you will agree with me that both Capri and Antibes shot from the air are the perfect way to focus on the beauty of these locations, and that this will act as the perfect visual counterpoint to the affairs on Capri as we see them unfold. Thank you for watching and listening.